Alrighty, friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'd like to begin our practice today by bringing your attention to the altar that I have created in honor of our beloved Sangha member, Artist John. Many of you know this news already, some of you may not, but Artist John died last week. I'm still learning the details about how he died and when exactly he died. But I'd like to present this altar in memory of him. And so I'd like to just take a few moments to explain the items that are specific and intentional. And starting on the right side of the altar, bottom right, is a hand painted spiral by a woman in our community. And this is to symbolize that we often have to encounter the same experiences again and again and again and again. And the spiral imagery reminds us that even though the essence of an experience feels the same, it's not the same. It's slightly different. We're not going round and round and round on a hamster wheel. We're in a different kind of dimensionality, a different kind of momentum, spiraling and learning. And so that's what's there, is to remind us that even though we may be encountering something that feels familiar, we are not the same moment to moment to moment. And the situation is not the same moment to moment to moment. And the spiral is a wonderful symbol to keep us present to that. Just above that spiral are some beautiful handwritten bookmarks made by our wonderful Sangha member Luma. And if one calls to you today, please take one. The back corners are lit by candles to keep our grief illuminated and to also keep our joy illuminated. They live side by side. And on the far left corner is a statue of Ganesh. This was given to me by Lo when she went to India. And this particular statue is very sassy. Like Ganesh's hand is on their hip and just like, all get out of my way because I am the destroyer of all obstacles. And I really love that. I really love that sassafras energy coming from that little idol. I think it's really beautiful. One of the things about considering having a deity focused on really helping break down obstacles is considering that we often have this confused and sort of distorted perception of our obstacles, of our challenges and obstructions, as if they are so solid that they're impenetrable, they're unbreakable, we're stuck. And Ganesh has this capacity and this reminder that we're not stuck. All these obstacles can be broken down into smaller pieces, examined from different angles. If we have the creativity, the reserves, the spaciousness, the curiosity to explore. The center of the altar is decorated with beautiful flowers from Nama's garden, which is one of my gardens on the farm. In the center is Weeping Buddha. And this is such a tender statue that was given by a Sangha member. And this is that invitation to allow grief, to allow sadness, to turn us inward. This particular Buddha is all the way folded in on himself, and his hands are in sort of like a little bowl like this, and they're over his face. And it's really this beautiful image of the Buddha embracing himself, his tears, his grief, and feeling it fully. In front of the Buddha are three flowers to represent the three jewels, and then a medallion that I made for John, Artist John, and it has the word exact burned into a piece of wood. John was a wood maker, a worker. He's got several things in the sanctuary made here. He was very exacting. He really liked square corners, things to be measured. He liked everything to operate on time, which, being my friend, was infinitely irritating to him. And so he got to practice quite a bit, like, there she goes again, late, talking on and on. So I afforded him lots and lots of opportunity to practice. And he took that medallion and he put some shellac on it, some polish on it, and made it into a necklace. He wore it for a long time, and then he gave it to Soul Center, and it hangs on the doorknob behind Lo. This is to welcome and honor Artist John. He lives in us. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. This is Recovery Dharma. My name is Julia, and I'm one of the facilitators of the Spokane Sangha, and I am very happy to be here and to guide our beautiful practice today. On Wednesdays, we explore the wisdom of Thich Nhat Hanh, and we are using this particular book. We don't just study Thich Nhat Hanh. We have studied Suzuki Roshi and Joan Halifax, Roshi Joan Halifax. But now we're looking at this particular book, the sayings and the writings of Thich Nhat Hanh. This book is called Go Slowly, Breathe, and Smile. I'd like to share with you all, as a way to begin our practice, with a sentiment of metta. This is a little painting, and on the back I write thoughts of loving kindness. This one reads, "May you trust your own mystery. May you trust your own mystery." I invite you to allow your body to find a relaxed posture and way to be for the remainder of this meditation and reflection. I'd like to bring forward this sentiment of metta as a way of supporting the wisdom of Thich Nhat Hanh. The word mystery is a daunting word at times, and yet for me, right beside that feeling of vastness that mystery is this great comfort that I experience. When I sit with mystery, I'm often immediately appreciative of the way I don't know things. What's going to happen? I don't know. How is this all going to work? I don't know. Where is Artist John on the other side? I don't know. Was he okay? Did he need more support? I don't know. And all of that can feel really, really big, overwhelming at times. And I can add to the overwhelm anytime my immature ego is allowed into the driver's seat of my life, because it is incessantly demanding to know. Well, we got to know. We got to figure it out. We got to have information. We got to understand. We just got to know. And then I take a deep breath. And I smile and I typically say, do we? Do we gotta know? Where is that written? And then all of a sudden, all of that tightness, my shoulders begin to relax. My belly loosens up a bit and I can take a deeper breath. And I can just surrender into, I don't know, and I'm okay. And what moments before felt stressful and agitated now has this feeling of gentle contentment. Dare I even say happiness? I'm okay. It's okay. That's the mystery. That's the fluidity and limitlessness of mystery. And so, with that as our anchor, friends, let's take a deep breath. And listen to the wisdom of Thich Nhat Hanh. He writes, "Let us make today the happiest day of our life." And I'm going to be completely honest with you and tell you that when I read this, I was a little like, ugh, uh-oh. Ugh. And there are definitely times in my life, I had to giggle because there are definitely times in my life where I'm carrying around a mood like a shell on my back. And if somebody is inviting me to have the happiest day of all days, I'm like, yeah, no, ain't gonna happen. And I feel a lot of resistance and I get tight. And then I close myself off to the possibility of it. So let's change this around a little bit. Let's make today a contented day in your life. There's something softer in that, something a little bit more open. But don't take my word for it. Let's listen to what he has to say. So Thich Nhat Hanh writes, "I propose that we celebrate a new holiday and call it Today's Day." Today is the most wonderful day. That doesn't mean yesterday wasn't wonderful, but yesterday is already gone. It doesn't mean tomorrow won't be wonderful, but tomorrow is not yet here. Today is the only day available to us right now, and we have to take good care of it. And that's the wisdom. Is the happiness of today isn't just here and we walk into it like some fog. Sometimes the happiness of our day is the manner in which we decide to participate with the day, with the moment. How are you taking care of your moment? How are you taking care of this moment? This moment. This moment. The thing about happiness, really the mystery of happiness and contentedness, is when we look deeply, it is enormously spacious and it lives beside our capacity to weep and fear and wonder and have confusion. Let me say that again. Your experience with happiness does not require you to be absent or void or without despair, confusion, longing, anger. Your joy and your contentedness can sister all of those other emotions. And the fact that you have the capacity and I have the capacity to have such a broad experience of emotion is quite a mystery. So in this moment and the moments of silence to follow, allow a spirit of joy and contentedness to settle into the mind and the body, like the warmth of the sun, like a warm ray on your back, or maybe a cool shower on your face, something that brings a sense of comfort, ease, safety. And may this sister, anything that is challenging you, anything that is stirring up struggle and discomfort, allow your breath to be an anchor. And enjoy the way you are taking care of this moment. friends. Yesterday I shared one of my favorite Thich Nhat Hanh meditations called The Dandelion Holds My Smile. And anything can hold your smile, which is a really happy, joyful thought. And so in your present moment, if you are more like the weeping Buddha, hands and face buried, quietly feeling the sorrow and the misery, something else is holding your smile, caring for it reverently, waiting as you care for your despair and sorrow. That's another aspect of mystery. And when you're ready, your head will lift, your eyes will open, and you will see a crack of possibility emerging, and suddenly your attention will return and your smile restored. Moment to moment practice. May yours be wonderful and full of wonder. Alrighty. Alrighty, friends, let's go ahead and end our practice with a dedication of merit. May you trust your own mystery. May you trust your own mystery. And may you celebrate today's day. And let's go into the rest of our today simply allowing the day to unfold as it will, with moments of joy and moments of irritation, moments of bewilderment and surprise, moments of boredom, moments of craving, moments of fatigue. So many moments defining a whole day, and how lucky we are to have this day. Not everybody has that. May you go into the rest of your day enjoying a breath, enjoying a sigh, enjoying. We'll see you next time. Namaste.